Shantanu Roy on the show with us. Mr. Roy, great to have you in the show. And recently you announced the partnership with Italy's Dragflow as well to develop this amphibious cutter suction dredgers. Tell us a little bit more about this partnership. What kind of revenues are you anticipating from this?
Very good morning. 𝗕𝗓𝗏, let me talk about the backdrop to this partnership that we entered into with Dragflow. So if you look at the maritime vision of the country, the Indian maritime industry, it facilitates more than 90% of the country's trade. And towards this, there is a huge plan by the government for modernization of the ports, creation of 12 new mega ports and 200 new minor ports. The idea is to ramp up the handling capacity, the cargo handling capacity, which is presently at around 795 million tons per year to 10,000 tons per year by 2047. As at the same time, the riverine system, the Inland Waterways Authority of India has a plan of creating 26 new waterways and 5,400 kilometers of waterways to ramp up the share of this modal transport from 2% to 5%. So in this backdrop, we have taken some steps to diversify, and we have formed a new strategic business unit, which is the Maritime Strategic Business Unit on 1st April 2024. And in this process, we have always entered into a few partnerships. One is with the Indian Navy, the other is with, recently we signed a partnership with STX Korea, then we have Goa Shipyard Limited and Mazagaon Docks. And the latest in this line is the partnership with Dragflow Italy. The cutter suction dredger market is not only about the de-silting of the riverine system, but it is also about improving the efficiency of our power plants, the hydropower plants. Each meter of siltation costs around 45 crores in terms of the efficiency, in terms of the power generation. So with this in mind, there's a huge market, and this partnership of BEML with Dragflow, since there are no Indian manufacturers for such kinds of dredgers, this partnership is going to drive our maritime sector revenue over the next 2 to 3 years. I take a timeline of around 2 years for the first cutter section dredger to come out. And it's a comprehensive plan, a comprehensive strategy to enter into the maritime sector with these 4-5 partnerships for the maritime sector. So there is a huge requirement. Just to give you an idea, each dam requires around 6 cutter suction dredgers, and just multiply it by the number of dams in India, and you will find, the number of cutter suction dredgers which are required only for the desiltation of the dams to enhance our efficiency of the power plants. So this gives an idea about the total market size for the next 5 years or so, which is huge.
You've signed a MoU with Siemens for the opportunity of semi-high speed and urban passenger segments also. When are we expecting orders from that vertical?
It's too premature to expect any orders, but again, there is a backdrop to it with the transformation in the Indian Railways under the leadership of our Honorable Railway Minister and our Honorable Prime Minister. There is a huge transformation and paradigm shift in the way the railway is operating, and the rolling stock is being manufactured in this country. The travel experience that we are trying to give to the people of this country. And it is very apt, very logical that BEML, which is an Indian powerhouse for rolling stock manufacture, and Siemens, which is a global powerhouse for the rolling stock, for signaling, for the electrics, we come together to give the best possible solution to the country. We are exploring, it's exploratory in nature currently, but definitely with the kind of opportunity size in the country, for the railway sector, for the rolling stock, which is around 1 lakh crores in the coming 4 to 5 years. Definitely, this partnership will help the country in good stead.
Mr. Roy, this is Sheryll also joining in the conversation. And I just wanted to actually take a lead from what you had spoken during your Q3 earnings, given the fact that you were expecting about 4,000 to 5,000 order book, more orders for the remainder of FY25. Is that on track? Are you envisaging that by the end of this month, is that the size of orders that you will actually get in?
Let's hope for the best, because we are in the last leg of this current financial year, another 7-8 days to go. And I don't want to defocus my team, or I don't want to get defocused. Our full focus is on achieving the numbers, and this is a very critical time. So it will not be correct on my part to, give my opinion about whether we are going to achieve the number in terms of the order inflow or whatever. But what I can say is that this year has been pretty good. The total order inflow till now has been 6,000 crores. And we are getting orders, small orders from the mining sector continuously. Definitely, we will be in a much better position at the end of the financial year.
You'll appreciate the spirit of my next question, which is that most of the PSUs have one advantage: large order books. बहुत बड़ी order books है सबकी. But there is one challenge which every PSU today seems to be, dealing with, which is that the execution is getting delayed. Order books are there, but order book execution as a percentage has dropped for everyone. Is that because of a cycle, or is that because of their ability to scale up and find new talent? You can be honest, sir.
Well, Nikunj, I'll be brutally honest here. You are very right. Yes, order book is definitely, it's going up, and execution is a challenge. It's the second part, the ability to scale up quickly. That is one of the challenges that PSUs face, but we are trying to, reverse that challenge into an advantage for us. We have already drawn up plans, and we are going to execute. We are going to execute the new capex plans very quickly. For example, last September, we started work on the new railway facility in Bangalore, and within a period of 15 months to 18 months, this facility is going to be operational. So that is the kind of speed that we are trying to bring into our capex enhancement, so that at the same time, we can enhance our capability to execute. And it is not only the capex, it is not only the, the infrastructure, it is also about the people. So we are working on several fronts. We have restructured the company. Even the research and development has been restructured into 3 verticals, the three layers, and we are going to create the 4th layer very shortly. This has brought in a lot of focus to futuristic research, as well as, the corrections or the innovations in our existing product line. And these are helping us in good stead. At the same time, we are building our capability in terms of the human resource, the human capital. So all these are required for ramping up the execution. And next year, I would say next year, we call it a year of disruption for BEML. And we are going to come out with the 4th layer of research and development very shortly. You will hear the announcement in the month of April itself. So that will show, since we are an engineering company, capital goods manufacturing, research and development and futuristic vision, it is very, very important because it is not only the existing product line, but we also need to diversify in a manner which is in sync with the country's requirement as well as with our core strengths. And we also intend to work on something on disruptive technologies, which are for the future, maybe 10 years, 15 years down the line.
I appreciate that. So let's look at some actionable data points, which is what our viewers would look at. So if you're confident of execution picking up, I'm assuming that somewhere in the second half of FY26, we will see an uptick there.
Absolutely.
Right. So can I say that FY26 will get A, the natural business tailwind, B, government spending normalization, that's second, and third, execution picking up. So FY26 will be significantly better than FY25?
Yes.
I'm using the word significantly on purpose. Would you like to use the word significantly also on my prompt?
Absolutely. It will be very significant, and it should be a game changer for BEML.
26 will be a game changer year for BEML. I was looking for that answer. Anything at 12% growth, sir, is not game changer for us. Why? Because that is the nominal GDP growth. So a game changer is when something is 25% plus. That is my game changer number for BEML. Is my number right for game changer?
In my mouth, I also have similar ideas. By the way, the GDP growth, I will be very happy if it is 12%. Yes,
I
the
said
game
nominal
changer
GDP
will be
growth.
anything above 20% or 25%. We are in a capital goods industry, so I take anything above 20% as a game changer.
I appreciate it, sir. When I say GDP growth, nominal GDP growth, inflation, added. वो भी तो मिलेगा, sir. Volume growth आ जाता है. So I'm assuming that 20% is a high probability number. This is not a guidance, but anything above 20% is a number which BEML in coming years could achieve.
Yes.
There is a probability and there is a possibility. दोनों. जब दोनों होता है, जब कमाल होता है.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we also must understand, that order book is the key here, because when we talk about the orders for the defense and the rail and metro, there is a gestation period of at least 2 years. So it is very important for us to get more and more orders in the coming 1 year, so that, then only the results will start showing.
Really appreciate that. You've been very frank and you've been very vocal about where things are moving and how things actually should move for BEML. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.